Yes, children, let's start with this. Tensor. Find the number of all onto function from the set 1 to n to itself. Now, you take the set 1, 2, 3, 4 up to n and 1, 2, 3, 4 up to n. For first n is n. For second, 1 is gone. For the second, it will be left all these things except 1. So it will be written as n minus 1. Is it? For third, first 2 will not be there. It will be remaining all. So we can write up to n raised to 3. It will go up to 1. It is called a n factorial. Okay. Another method of, so there is n factorial onto function. Another method is that suppose you take set A as 1, 2, 3, 4 and to itself. Is it? Understand? To itself. So what will be there? It will be same then 1, 2, 3, 4 up to n. When you talk about 1, 2, 3, 4 up to n, it is also known as n factorial. Is it clear? Now let's see. Next question. Let S is equal to ABC. T is equal to 1, 2, 3. Find F inverse of the following function from the function from S to T if it is exit. What is given as F? F is A3, B2 and C1. So if we write it here ABC, what A3 implies is A is equal to 3. Okay, B is 2, so B is corresponding to 2 and C is corresponding to 1. So what do we say? From this we can say that it is 1, 1, and also each image in the codomain there exists some image in the domain, so it is 1, 1 also and also onto function. But how to write? For every element ABC in codomain there exists only 1 and 1 element in codomain. Is it 1, 2, 3? Is it 1, 2, 3? So F is 1, 1. And how to go on to? For every element in codomain 1, 2, 3 there exists some images in domain ABC. Therefore F is an onto function. Now what we have to find? We have to find the inverse of it. Is it? Therefore F is inventable and it is inverse exit. Now F inverse is what? F inverse is from T to S. Is it? What is T? 1, 2, 3. What is S? ABC. So F inverse is from T to S. Is it? So where is T? Here. 1. Is it? Is it? And P. So what is the correspondence? The 3 corresponds to A. So the first inverse function is 3A. Second, 2 corresponds to B. So 2B. Third, 1 corresponds to C. So it is 1, C. So F inverse is 3A, 2B, 1C. Isn't it? Now let's see. Second part of it. F is equal to A2, B1, C1. F is defined from S to T and the functions are, okay, A to 2. A corresponding to 2. B is 1 and C is also 1. So it is become many one function. Is it? Okay. So F is not 1, 1. Is it? And so F is not 1, 1. Here you see that 3 which belongs to codomain and it does not have any images in the domain and therefore is not onto. Is it? So we proved both. First that A and B and C corresponding to 1. It shows that it is many one function. And here for proving onto function, no element should be vacant in the codomain. Here you see 3 is vacant. Okay. Therefore, it is not onto function, or we can say that 3 belongs to codomain but there does not exist any image in the domain and therefore is not onto function. So for 3 belongs to codomain, there does not exist any images in domain, therefore f is not onto function, the f inverse does not exist. Is it? Now next question, 12th one. Consider the binary operation R cross R to R and O R cross R to R defined as. What is the function defined as? A star B is mod A minus B and AOB is equal to A. Okay, what you have to understand, AOB is what? Whatever the first element is, that only comes after the operation. Is it? That is good. For every AB belongs to R, so that star is commutative but not associative. O is associative but not commutative. For further, so that for every ABC belongs to R, A star BOC is equal to A star B O A star C. Is it? So let us check it for commutative. Star operation commutative. For the operation star commutative, A star B is equal to A minus B for every AB belongs to R. Keep minus sign inside, minus A minus B. Multiply minus sign inside, you will get B minus A. Is it? If you take out mod, what you will get? It is B star A. Is it? This is B minus A is what? B star A. Is it? So AB belongs to R. So what we saw that A star B is equal to B star A. So the operation star is commutative. Next, for associative. What is for associative? A star B star C. What is A star B means? A minus mod A minus B star C. Is it? Now it is a turn of, this is considered as A, whole is considered A, this is considered as B. So mod A minus B minus C, again mod. Is it? Again I am repeating. A star B means what? Mod A minus B star C. Now here again this mod A minus B will consider as A and C will be considered as B. So again it can be written as mod A minus B minus C. Mod. Is it? For every A, B, C belongs to R. Let's check it for RHS. A star B star C. So A star, what is B? B star C means B minus C. From every AB belongs to R. Is it? Now this is considered as A. This whole B minus C mod is considered as B. So A minus mod B minus C, again mod. Is it? So LHS is not equal to, LHS is not equal to RHS, and thus A star B star C is not equal to A star B star C. Is it? So star operation is not associative. Let us check for commutative now. For commutative, O as a commutative. What was the operation was given us? The operation was given as AOB means A, the first term whatever comes. For every AB belongs to R. So BOA will be what? BOA will be equal to B because B is first. But what we can see, AOB gives A, BOA gives A, B. So these two are not equal. So AOB is not equal to BOA. For all AB belongs to R. So O is not a commutative. Let us check for associative. AOB, OC. AOB means what? What is the first element? A. So A. Operation OC. Which is the first element? Again A. So AOB, OC is A. Again check AOB, BOC. What is BOC mean? What is the first element? B. So it is B. AOB. Now what is the first element? A. So AOB in the bracket OC is equal to AOBOC. So O is associative. Is it? Now let us check for this is A minus B. Okay, star operation. A star BOC is equal to A star B operation O A star C. This was the last third part of it. So let's check for A star BOC. So first, this is operation. Which operation is there? O. What is means O? O means suggests that it is the first element to be taken. What is the first element here? B. So B. A star B. What is A star B means? A minus B, mod A minus B. So it gives us mod A minus B. Is it? What we got? LHS. For every A, B belongs to R. Now RHS is what? A star B. What do you mean by A star B? A minus B. Operation O. And A star C means A minus C. For every A, B, C belongs to R. Is it? Okay. What is that equal to? If we say now which operation is there? O. What is O suggest? O suggests the first element is the answer of it. What is the first element? Mod A minus B. So mod A minus B for every AB belongs to R. So LHS is equal to RHS. Is it? Now, next part is continue. This is same question. Hence, star is distributive over the operation. Is it? We have to see that what we proved here, star is distributive over operation O. So be written as A star B O outside A star C. Now we have to prove that O is distributive over operation star. Is it? So what we'll do? AOB star will come as outside AOC. Is it? Now let's check it for LHS and RHS. What is LHS? AOBOC B star C. AOB star C. What is B star C? B minus C. Operation O and A. So AO B star C. Now once the operation O starts, it always suggests the first element is the answer. So first element is A. So AO B minus mod B minus A is A, where A B C belongs to R. Let's check for RHS. AOB star BOC. Now what is the first? AOB means the first element. What is the first element? A. So A. Got it? And AOC is means what? Again the first element A. So A. What is the operation in between? Star. So A star B. Star means what? Mod. So mod A minus A. What is A minus A is equal to 0. Is it? So we can see that LHS is not equal to RHS. So O is not distributive over the operation star. Isn't it? Let's see the 13th question. It's easy but it's very much important. Few points you have to take care of it. Given an empty set, given a non-empty set X, let star will be defined as Px to Px be defined by A star B is equal to A minus B union B minus A for every AB belongs to P of X. Is it? So that the empty set phi is the identity for the operation star, and all the element of A of Px are inventable with A inverse. We have to prove that A inverse of A is A. Inverse of A is equal to A. Okay, in short. What is the identity element? What we have to prove according to definition, we have to prove is that, what was, you know that, is it? You know that if say that A, say small a, star E is equal to A, is equal to E star A, then what we say, E is the identity element. Is it? What is that? An element 5. Here in place of E is what? 5. So we have to take 5 here. Is it? And in place of small a is capital A. Is it? So how it will look like? A star 5 is equal to what? A, capital A, and 5 star A. This should be there. If we prove this, then we can say that 5 is an identity element. So let's see here. An element 5 belongs to P of X is called identity with respect to the operation star if A star 5 is equal to A is equal to 5 star A for every A and 5 belongs to Px. Okay, let's take A belongs to P of X. Now star A star 5 is equal to, what is operation? C operation is A minus B union B minus A. Is it? A is A, and in place of B what do you have to keep? 5. So how it will look like? A star 5 is equal to A minus 5 union B 5 minus A. It is here. Is it? So how it will look like? A star 5 is equal to A minus 5 union 5 minus A. Now A minus 5, if you subtract empty set from A, what you get? A. And if you subtract empty set from A, nothing you will get. So it is 5. Is it? Don't consider this as a minus 1. It is not minus 1. Is it? It is not 0. It is 5. Empty set. Is it? Okay. The students make here mistakes. What they say? It is that, say 0 minus 1 is equal to minus 1. But this is not in set. This is not for the set. This is for real number. We are talking about set. So if you remove 5 from A, but 5 is nothing, so you can remove from 5. Is it? And therefore answer is 5. Is it? A union 5 is what? A. Is it? Now 5 star A is what? 5 minus A union A minus 5. What is 5 minus A? 5 union A minus 5 A. So what is the answer? A. So what we prove, A star 5 is equal to A is equal to 5 star A. So 5 is an identity element for the given operation star. Is it? Now second part we have to prove. Here is very much important that what we have to prove is that inverse of A is A, or A inverse is the inverse of A. Is it? Understand? Okay. So in that case, if the sum is like this, we are talking about A inverse of A. Means what? A set is the inverse of itself. Is it? Then in that place, we'll consider only A. Okay. And in B, what is a B here actually according to definition? B is the inverse of A. Is it? Understand? So in place of B, we'll consider A only. Is it? So what is the definition of identity or inverse element? An identity element 5 in Px, an element A, capital A, belongs to Px is called invertible with respect to the binary operation star if their exit B belongs to Px such that A star B is equal to 5 is equal to B star A for every A, B, 5 belongs to Px. Is it? Since what we want to prove? We want to prove A inverse is equal to A. So let us consider the set A belongs to Px. What it means? Or you can also say that let B is equal to A. Okay. So now you substitute A star A. A star A is what? In place of B also you have to write A. In place of B here also you have to write A. So A minus A union A minus A. means what is implies is A is the inverse of A is the inverse of A, is it? Or A is the inverse of itself, or A is the inverse. A is equal to inverse of A. Okay. A is the inverse of A. For all A belongs to Px, A dash is equal to, which is inverse of A is A. Hence proof. Is it clear? Now, let's see this operation. 14. Define a binary operation star on the set 0 to 5 as A star B is equal to A plus B if A plus B is less than 6, and A plus B minus 6 if A plus B is greater than or equal to 6. Is it? Here what we have to show that? We have to show that 0 is the identity element for this operation. Is it? First we'll prove that. Let begin. Let A is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A star B is defined as A plus B if A plus B is less than 6, and A plus B is minus 6 if A plus B is less than or equal to 6. According to definition, an element E belongs to A is called the identity element for the operation star if A star E is equal to A is equal to E star A for all A E belongs to A. This is according to the definition what we have learned. But what is the identity element? What we have to prove? 0. Here 0. So in place of A is A, and in place of E is what? 0. Okay, and what function is operate? This is less than 6. So what operation is given? A star B. A star B is what? A plus B. So in place of B is what? 0, and in place of A is A. So it will be written as A star O, which is 0. A star 0 is equal to A plus 0 is equal to A first, and 0 star A is written as 0 plus A, which is A. So from first and second, A star O is equal to A is equal to E star A. Hence O is an identity element for the operation star. Is it? Now, second part we have to show. Now we have to show that 6 minus A is an inverse of A. We know that. How we can prove inverse? If A star B is equal to E is equal to B star A. Is it? Here, A in place of A is A, and in place of B is what? 6 minus A. Now, A star B in place of A is A, and in place of B is what? 6 minus A. This is considered to be greater than or equal to 6. So what is the operation given as for that? In place of A, what we have to write? A. In place of B, A cancel, 6 and minus 6 cancel, it is 0. Is it? Now, B star A is what is considered as B? 6 minus A, and A is considered as A. Okay. Again, operation A plus B. For A plus B greater than equal to 6, we have operation as A plus B minus 6. What is A? Here A is 6 minus A. So 6 minus A. What is B? B is considered as A. Is it? So A is 6 minus A. B is A, and minus 6 was already there. Minus 6. So A cancel. Minus 6 plus 6 cancel 0. So it implies that A star B is equal to 0 is equal to B star A, or it also implies that A star 6 minus A is equal to 0 is equal to A minus 6 star A. Is it? Implies A 6 minus A is the inverse of A. Is it? Let's take another example. 15. Question number 15. Let A is equal to minus 1, 0, 1, 2. B is equal to minus 4, 2, 0, 2. and function f and g is from a to b, be the function defined as fx is equal to x square minus x for x belongs to a, and g of x is 2 mod x minus half minus 1 for x belongs to a. Are f and g are equal or not? Okay, when they will be equal? If we substitute minus 1 in this function, minus 1 in this function f a to b, what I said that if we substitute minus 1 in f of x and g of x, the answer should be same, then they are equal. For each set of this I should get the same answer, then we can say f and g are equal. So let's take f of f is defined from a to b, f of x is equal to x square minus x where it is belongs to a, f of minus 1, so minus 1 square minus minus 1, minus into minus plus, minus 1 square is plus, so 1 plus 1 2. Let's check it for gx. Gx is equal to 2 x minus half minus 1, is it? X belongs to a. G of minus 1, 2 minus 1 minus half 1, so it is minus 3 by 2 minus 1. From the mod it will come out, then it will become plus 3 by 2, so 2 and 2 cancel, is it? Left with 3 minus 1, 3 minus 1 2, so f of g and f of x are equal, is it, for first case. Now let it check it for 0. F of 0 is 0 minus 0 0, and if you substitute g of x, 2 mod 0 minus half, if this comes out plus half, so 2 and 2 cancel, minus 1 minus 1 0, so it is also equal. Let us check for the third one. F of 1 is equal to 1 square minus 1, so this is also 0. It is substitute 1, so half, 2 and 2 cancel, 1 minus 1 0, so this is also equal. F of 2 you have to check, which is last. 2 square 4 2, so 4 minus 2 2. Now g of 2 is 2 minus half 3 by 2, so it's 3 by 2, so 2 and 2 will cancel out when it is come from outside, so 3 minus 1 2. So for f of 2 is also equal to, f of 2 is equal to g of 2 for where 2 belongs to a, is it? And therefore f of n is equal to f of x is equal to g of x for all a belongs to n. Therefore f and g are all equal. Is it clear? Okay, now 16 set. Let a is equal to 1 2 3, then the number of relation combined 1 2 1 3 which are reflective and symmetric but not transitive. You know that. How to we have to select the set. What set is given to us? What set is given to us is that a is equal to 1 2 3. Okay, I have to prove it is reflective. So I have to take the set R, the relation should be defined as, if it is reflective I have to prove 1 1 should be there, 2 2 and 3 3. So now if I taken all this, so it is proved that it is a reflective. Now what is I have to prove? Second, symmetric, and 1 2 and what is given as 1 2 and 1 3 is given. See if I include this also, 1 2 and 2 1. Okay, for symmetric inverse of this also should be there, so 2 1 I also have to include, 1 3, so I have to include 3 1 also. Is it clear? So this is your relation R. Okay, let's see. So R is reflexive first since 1 1 2 2 3 3 belongs to R. R is symmetric since 1 2 and 2 1 belongs to R. Similarly 1 3 and 3 1 belongs to R. Let us check for transitive. 1 3 1 and 1 2 belongs to R, but 3 and 2 which is transitive, is it? 3 and 2, so 3 2 does not belongs to R, so R is not reflective, is it? Okay, So from the given option, which is correct? A1 is only the correct answer. Thank you very much.